People, what's good in the hood? It's time to get to it, man. Like we always do at this time. The Cash App is Carcino if you want to donate. Absolutely. We're about to get into this. Now, here we go. One more again. Mm-hmm. Well, we're gonna get into a lot of things that's going on right now. The Brooklyn Nets are going through it. Yeah, they got a win tonight. That was good news for them. Very good news for them. Well, the tables have never turned. More than they've turned for a lot of different. Oh, snap. Okay, that's over. I don't get it. So which one did I lose? I gave up the 4.5. So I lost? Is that the one they're showing me? I lost all the bets? How the hell did I do that? Oh, damn. You finna talk to an enraged human being right now. How the hell did I lose this? Oh, the Ducks and Kings. I was gonna say, I got that right. How the hell I lose this? Oh, the Ducks and the Kings screwed me over. Oh my God. I picked under 4.5 and they went 5. They must have scored 2 goals in the last second. That just pissed me off. That just pissed me off. Damn! I got my butt kicked today. Woo! You said you saw I was the printed tweet on a well-known NBA Twitter member. What tweet was that? What are you talking about, Fernando? I picked Portland tonight, so that don't even matter now because I just lost the rest of the bet. I'm nice and pissed off about it, but it's whatever. What are you talking about? Well, Mortal Kombat isn't out yet. Yeah, I'm losing chips all the time now, B. They about to piss me off. And when I get pissed off, that's it. I'm gonna start betting $1,000 games, and they don't want that. I'm gonna bring the big bank out. I don't like to get cheated. No, MacFat's asking about James Harden. James Harden, the problem that happened with James was this. James was working out, doing his usual workouts. He might have was pushing it a little bit, but he still felt like disturbance. So they went and checked it out. It seems to be inflamed, or they might have tweaked it again. So he's going to be out for another probably 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. So he might be out for even the playoffs. Depends on how far they go in the playoffs. But James is going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks. Nope. George Floyd should not be your focus. Your focus should be on what just happened recently. It's not like after George Floyd, this thing stopped. There are more people still lost lives after George Floyd. So if there's a systematical problem that's taking place, then there's something wrong with the system. That's where the focus needs to be. Now, let's get to what happened tonight. Because there's a lot going on that took place tonight that a lot of people didn't know about. And yes, hit the like button, good people. Appreciate the love and support, as always. The Clippers will win, but I got the points in Portland, but it doesn't matter because I lost the whole parlay. So I won one time tonight. That's not cool. Not for me. Now, what needs to transpire here, good people, and what we need to be doing right now is focusing on what happened with them Pelicans today. Oh man, it was a lot of arguing going on in the locker room today. But you ain't heard about it? Oh yeah, it was a lot of arguing in the room today. This is a game they felt they should have won. This wasn't a game if you're the Pelicans, you lose. A lot of people are upset with the coach, how they felt like he blamed the players for what happened. Stan Van Gundy with the Lonzo Ball situation. A lot of people don't like the way he handled it. I personally love the way he handled the situation. I thought he did a tremendous job as far as bringing things to the forefront that should have been brought to the forefront. You know, he didn't sugarcoat it. Stan Van Gundy said, look, high school players could come in here and make that play. That was a little too far, but hey, I like it. Tonight, guys played in spite of him, and it was just bad. Like, they got in the locker room, and it was not good. Oh, yeah, the Cash App is Carcino. If you want to donate, it's always there. That's how you support the page. Is he overhyped? I don't think so. Y'all just expected him to be like LeBron. Oh, you know, running his mouth and all that. He's a kid, and he enjoys being a young kid and learning the game. Y'all got to remember, he's young. A lot of these players are young. Right, exactly. 33 on 19 shots. Just put this in your, just be in your bonnet. Zion Williamson has had a better 2 seasons than LeBron James. Luka Doncic has had better seasons than LeBron James. I'm just saying. You saying Zion is the next Sean Kemp? Sean Kemp, that's not a bad thing to say. Who's my team? Anybody against LeBron James. Right now, I'm finna think about getting rid of the Detroit Pistons because they didn't cost me money betting on them. I'm done with them, and I ain't betting on them damn Whitesides either. They ain't finna screw me over no more. Damn, my ex-girlfriend is God. Oof. God dog. See what I'm missing. The hell was wrong with me? Wish you guys could see it. No, they had a locker room fight. The Pelicans, not a fight like, yeah, just people arguing on what should happen in the game. Like, guys are really animated in there. I don't know who the people that was arguing, because I didn't find that out. It's just a lot of arguing and yelling that was going on in there. Then it got real quiet, like super quiet, where you could drop a pin and nobody was really talking. It was just like misery. So it's like before the media got in there, it was just drama. People arguing. So I don't know what they were arguing about. I'm quite sure somebody's going to mention it or bring it up down the road. But yeah, these are major problems if you are a fan. Oh yeah, you want to get in the StreamYard and chat? There your link. They should have never rushed James Harden. Me and my ex, no, we dated each other at the wrong time. Like when we were dating at that time, I was all over the place. Meaning that I was literally all over the place. She was doing her thing, I was doing my thing. We kind of like met up in the middle. But we were like all over the place. Harden is out for the regular season. He might miss the playoffs. He might miss the first round of the playoffs. Harden is going to be out for about 3 to 4 weeks. No, I didn't see that shirt. I didn't know he had a Sweet Pea shirt on. No, it's not like that. It's more on the lines of James Harden was trying to get back. He was going through his usual progressions. Normally, when you're training and getting back, it's not like, okay, throughout time, it's going to take time before you can stop feeling the pains. The pain wasn't kind of going away. Then it kind of like escalated and he felt another pinch. So they went to go check it out, and they could see that he has it's something inflamed in there. So he's got some inflammation. So we're gonna right now. I think he should have been resting a little bit more than playing. And I think that's one part that these players don't get is that when they get older, your body is not having a chance to recover a lot quicker. You're going into these progressions and it tears your body down. See, back in Jordan days, an NBA career was like 13 years. 13 years, that was like you played 10 years, you were a marvel. You saw Magic probably was going to play 16 years, 17 or something like that. But normally in the NBA, 10 years was like for the All-Stars, that was like it. 10 years. Am I still cool with 78? Hell yeah. I ain't got no reason to not be cool with 78. 78, my brother. See, it was 78, blood boxing, D-Style, Rope-A-Dope Radio, which is Chris Carlson. I just wish he put his show on his YouTube. I mean, I'm like, you can make it easier for me doing it like that. Why we don't work? Yeah, we never work together. I'm already too busy as it is. Y'all trying to give me another job? I mean, 78 don't need nobody. He good. Every time I try to come over there, I hit up his Cash App sometimes. I retweet it, but like I can't do everything. I got to try to get my own stuff off the ground. But 78, good. Oh, the Pelicans blew this game. They blew it bad. And it's a lot of the guys don't like Stan Van Gundy. They don't like the way he talks. He's really hard-nosed, old school, and I'm wondering why do they have Stan Van Gundy as the coach? He's good at recruiting talent, at being a GM, but a head coach is not where he excels. He can't deal with personalities. He couldn't do it in Detroit. He couldn't do it in Miami. He had to leave, and they gave the job to the film guy. Eric Esposa was watching film. They brought him out the film room to win championships. Pat Riley had to come back to the doggone. He had to come back down off the booth and coach to win a championship, then go back in the booth. Had to get rid of Stan. Well, Jeff Van Gundy's problem, to me, Jeff was always the better coach. Stan was the better GM. That was it. It didn't go that way. Stan was always the better coach. I mean, Jeff was always the better coach. He can coach personalities. He has multiple personalities on his team, and he could coach them all. But his problem was he could not get people to buy in who needed to buy in. And when you got people who's a detraction from your team, it can pull you to the ground. When Pat Riley left and went to the Miami Heat, they became their rival. And his assistant became the head coach, which was Jeff Van Gundy. Jeff Van Gundy would run out on the court, jump in the middle of fights, get knocked over. Jeff Van Gundy called Jordan a con artist. That was funny. I remember the con artist game. Jordan hit a game winner over Allen Houston, and he looks over at Van Gundy and starts yelling at him. Then at the end of the game, he goes over there and calls him a MF. And they didn't say nothing about it. They let all this go. Dude, I'm a three-point shooter. I was somebody who could shoot the ball. You play me at that time, I'm just going to outshoot you. No, the Pelicans, nobody on the Pelicans really likes Stan Van Gundy. They don't like his coaching style. They don't like a lot of the things he do as far as his attitude. A lot of these players are spoiled babies. Like Brandon Ingram fell out with him. And once Brandon Ingram was buying in, then Brandon Ingram started falling out with the coach. Then it became more of a problem with some of the other players. That's why they had to trade and get rid of JJ Redick. JJ Redick wanted out immediately. Him and Van Gundy didn't get along. He didn't like his role. So JJ Redick was gone. Stan Van Gundy tell you suck to your face. He's the kind of guy that'd be like, "What the hell are you thinking?" And then he'd be like, "He singled me out in front of everybody. He didn't take me into the room and talk to me one-on-one. He said it in front of the whole team. Why he do me like that?" And then they shut down and they want somebody to coddle them and pat them on the back. That's what the assistant coaches is there for. Stan's job is to tear your ass down. And he has no problem in doing that. And the assistant coach will come pat you on the back and be like, "That's okay. I saw what you did out there. You was giving it your all. Don't worry. He's going to see your game. Don't worry, because we're going to get better at that. Yeah, you made a mistake, but we learned from that. All right, let's get back to the drawing board." He's the teardown man. You coming in there with ego, thinking you all that? Nope. Tear it down. What's the Pelicans' problem? They have no identity. Meaning that when they go down the stretch, who's going to be the guy? Is it Brandon Ingram? Is it Zion? Is it whoever was hot that game? Who's the man? Who's going to lead the team? What plays are they going to run in certain situations? Do I speak some Spanish? ¿Sabes qué? Yo soy el rey. There you go. Yes, I did, Sebastian. I won a couple of games and I lost a couple of games, but it was hard blows today. Hard blows. Tomorrow I'm going in ruthless. I hadn't made a bet in about 24 hours. That's a record. Why didn't I make a video for Super League of Soccer? Because I've been doing this and I got more fans about this than I do Super Leagues of Soccer. You have an addiction? Yes, I do. I got an addiction, and my fix is more games. So I could bet. Now that we've gotten past that, the Pelicans' problem is just that. They have no identity. They have no real leadership on the team. Brandon Ingram is a leader by example. He's not a vocal leader. He's a guy that goes out and does the job and gets it done. He doesn't like take control of the team. He goes out there and like Kevin Durant. He's a young version of Kevin Durant. He's not as accurate as Kevin, but he plays like a Kevin Durant. KJ was never AI. Kevin Johnson was the guy who was an underrated point guard who played with a lot of talent. You put a lot of talent around Kevin Johnson, he can hurt you. But when it came down to it, he'll be the guy to end you too. KJ, the reason they lost that finals. Kevin Johnson is the reason they lost the finals in 93. He was horrible. Then at the end of the game, they get the ball to Kevin Johnson to win the game. He let his shot get blocked by Horace Grant. He just goes in there wild to throw up a jump shot. He crossed, went up, and got this shot up. It was not going to go in. You got to get that ball in the Barkley's hands. Yeah, that's true. Not having Cedric Sabalas hurt them in the first two games because they didn't realize until they realized we need to be playing Richard Dumas more. They didn't realize that till they got to Chicago. That's why they won 2 out of 3 in Chicago. They should have won all 3 in Chicago. I mean, their main problem, they had to switch because Dan Marley can't guard Michael Jordan. Thunder Dan. Thunder Dan Marley. So when you got Thunder Dan out there and he's thundering, yeah, Thunder Dan was good for hitting those deep threes. He was doing that before it was even heard of. Thunder Dan was pulling up. Thunder Dan. That's when they was called Team of Destiny. When he hit that 3 to win the game from like inside the half court line, he just pulled up. What, Mac? What's up?
Hey, what up, Garcino? I need you to tell me what you think about the verdict, man.
What,
I had to holler at you. Hey, what up, Garcino? I need you to tell me what you think about the verdict, man. What, I had to holler at you.
Man, I did a whole video on that.
Yeah, I seen the video. I seen it. I liked it. But,
yeah, man, it's the verdict is cool, but it's like, am I supposed to applaud them for doing their job? He was on tape.
That's what I said. I said the same thing. I was like, God damn it, he was on tape. What more do you want?
He did it in HD. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, you did this in HD. You know what I'm saying?
5 different angles. Like, come on.
Right.
Now.
They got you from different angles in high definition. I mean, what was the trial about? I mean, I'm like, I ain't watching the trial. I'm like, I ain't finna waste my time getting built up around the trial. People was excited about it, but my thing was this. It's still, I mean, somebody just got popped today. You know what I'm saying? For holding the knife. You know, so
exactly right.
I'm like, look, the system ain't stopped and it ain't changed. So I ain't celebrating. It ain't. I feel good for Floyd family, but still, he gonna appeal. You still gonna have an appeal coming. He gonna appeal the decision. Exactly. And they gonna have to go through it. It's gonna be a smaller courtroom, smaller media.
Because you got to tell me what's a third degree murder charge, or was it second degree?
Second degree. Second and thirds and all that. They gonna find a way, wiggle room to get that dude home, man. He gonna be at home. That chick that accidentally went in the wrong house and popped dude, you know, she couldn't get out.
Yeah. Exactly.
And after his family came into her defense. I'm like, boy, I ain't never seen no Africans do nothing like that. They came to her defense. She's a very forceful.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, she got 9 years, right? How much time you think she gonna do out of that?
She ain't gonna do that. She gonna do about maybe less than 1 and be back at the crib. Probably get back on the 4th.
Yeah, also Takashi.
No, you know what? The only witness in the case, he got popped by a cop. There was a drive-by hit on him after the trial. He gone. So now they finna do the retrial. He can't be there. He's gone. Somebody did a drive-by and took him out. It was cops. They drove by and popped dude, and he was the only witness because he heard everything because he was next door. So that's what got her convicted was his testimony.
Yeah. Crazy.
She's gonna do less than a year.
Yeah. They're playing dirty, man. They're playing real dirty.
You know I mean, they playing what they always play. This is their game. They've been.
Yeah.
Now, back to James Harden. James Harden finna be out. If anybody betting on James finna be out. And this ain't nobody but Adam Silver's fault for being greedy and starting this season so early and doing that quick turnaround. Because now these guys who played in the bubble had to turn right back around. Do you realize that these are the guys that's getting injured? Everybody who played in that bubble, they coming in here and they getting injured. Because their bodies ain't had time to recover. Their bodies ain't, you done a quick turnaround like that. Look at AD, man. AD came in, he was hurt every week before he had that last. He was on the ground every week. Bruised arm, bruised shoulder. I'm like, man, this dude was just not durable. He was sucking it up before he got hurt. You don't even remember that. He was terrible. Draymond Green was talking about him. He was like, man, I ain't never seen this dude out of shape, man. I saw him when he was out of shape. He was talking about AD.
Yeah.
And AD sitting there falling all over the floor. Then he finally get hurt, and then that was it. Like, oh, he hurt this time. I'm like, oh, okay. He didn't miss 30-some games, man. I'm like, come on, sit down. It's over.
30-something games this season. Wow.
Yeah, and they only playing 70-something.
Exactly.
But this is what the league get for trying to. They cater to these one players. And
this season like the bubble too, man. You gotta admit it. It's like the bubble. You know what I'm saying? With a little bit of traveling.
Yeah, and then they're telling all these dudes, the players now, they want to. It's like they got to check. Like, is it cool with the league? They're trying to invest in these, these weed companies, these marijuana, these facilities, and they like, well, we don't know if that's a conflict of interest. So the NBA just need to go ahead and waive that weed policy and just get that off. It was like, man, we can't do that. They did it for the bubble. Now everybody like, man, nah, we need to get rid of that drug testing.
You see, that's how they get them. That's how they get them. So now they're gonna be on the hook to do that. They got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit.
Yeah, so they told them they couldn't smoke and do a lot of stuff. So besides that, that's really the gist of it with them, because you got the league policies and what they promote is children. So if you promoting to the kids and merchandising, you got NBA Cares, all they charity foundation. That's what's getting disturbed. I'm like, they don't care about you smoking. I'm like, they care about that money. I'm like, you blowing they bag. That's why they care about it. He's like, no, y'all can't be high. You can't be smoking. That dude, people who smoke every day with a whole blunt in their mouth signing an autograph. They wouldn't give a damn.
So you remember what's his name back in the day? Chris Webber. Red Eye. Almost every game.
See where it was a smoke shoe. We just did an interview with my boy Mike James from the Detroit Pistons. He's on Boxing Social. Sean interviewed him. That was my boy. Mike James was the smoke house. Everybody on the Detroit Pistons was fried. And they were winning NBA championship. I was like, that's why y'all lost to the Spurs. Messing around with Mike James. Mike James house kicking.
Mike James from my hood.
He from your hood? Yeah. Hey, did you watch the interview? Did you watch the interview? Sean interviewed him. He tried to get me to get on there. I'm like, man, you can't have me and Mike on there. Me and Mike gonna end up, man, we'll break the internet talking about stuff y'all don't know nothing about. Yeah, I don't get Mike. Mike like, man, I didn't get home. I mean, no, Mike, she didn't get home.
Hey, James ain't shit in my hood, bro.
He did what?
I said, Mike James ain't shit in my hood, bro.
You can't step in the hood no more?
That nigga ain't shit like on some real shit, like.
That's some hood shit, right?
Really don't fuck with him, bro.
All right. Well, man, yeah, Mike James is something else when he played for the Pistons, though. But he was the street man. he had everything. He was a medicine man. Whatever your sorrow was, Mike had it.
Yeah. Yo, David Stoudemire used to smoke a lot too. Yo.
Oh, D-Star?
Yeah, David Stoudemire.
When you in Toronto, that's what you did. The only thing you could do. Because everything closed out there like 9 o'clock at night. Like nightclubs and everything.
Warriors
when Vince got there, he changed all that. But back then, that's why people didn't like to stay and kick it in Toronto. Vince made it poppin'. Vince had to rent Toronto poppin'. He was like, no, we gonna change all these laws. Vince changed a lot of things in Toronto.
Oh yeah.
That Toronto, they better thank Vince Carter for that.
So, the mayor got caught smoking crack in Toronto. The mayor.
Oh man, that ain't nothing. I thought you were talking about Marion Barry. I'm like, yeah, Marion Barry. Yeah, he did it twice.
His name is Doug Ford. Yeah. All that. They got pictures of him in the hood smoking up.
I mean, Marion Barry got caught doing it and got his job back. That's the thing that was crazy about Marion Barry. My man got caught on tape. They did a sting and then on tape. And then he came back and got reelected. That was another New York, baby. Marion Barry.
Yo, he got caught smoking crack, and then he ended up having to do a press conference. He's like, if I gotta take a drug test, every elected official gotta come up here and take a drug test too. God damn it, you know what I'm saying? All of them backed off after that. Like, shit is crazy.
Man, that's crazy. He'd be like, man, who says the man can't smoke crack? We all got problems.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Smoke crack, get your job back. Oh man.
Years
So
back
the Pelicans, though, the Pelicans was fighting. They were fighting today.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were arguing in the locker room after the game.
Whoa.
So they lost to the Nets, and the Nets didn't have like nobody there. They should have won that game. And everybody like, damn, like Zion had like 33 points in 19 minutes. They're like, man, what's going on with the team? It's Stan Van Gundy. They don't like Stan Van Gundy at all. And it shows.
They need a black. They need like
this is a lot I forgot all about. Everybody must have just got did somebody get a invite out later or something? Because I'm like,
no, we were on HD's live.
No, we was all on HD live. Yeah.
HD. Having a real creative discussion.
I'm like, damn, everybody get popped up. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, man, we ain't gonna leave you hanging.
Yeah, we had the gang up on, you know what I mean? The gang is here.
Yeah, we back.
Well, we just got done with the StreamYard.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
We came to bum rush your thing now.
Damn it, there ain't no party unless we here, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, he got everybody.
What happened to James Harden, man? He out for the year?
Right now he got it's inflamed, man. The thing is that he should have been resting, and they didn't rest him enough. They keep trying to, rehab him and put him through the program. They trying to get him back on the
issue, man.
And I think he might have a tear. He might have a slight tear. So
yeah, I know he does. Yep, he has one. He does.
Yep, and that's why I'm saying he might have to sit down. He might not be back to after the playoff.
Wow, so he out for the season.
He's out for really basically he's out for the entire season.
Yep. KD should be out probably a couple more days. He just got a thigh bruise, but still, it's like this is what happens, man, when you got all these injuries, man, and pushing you so hard. When you got this quick turnaround.
Man, but what they should have did, I was saying this earlier, they should have had KD come off the bench for a while until he got back in shape and then insert him into the lineup.
Right.
They brought him back into the lineup too fast, I felt like.
Yeah.
Yep.
I felt the same way. I argue the same sentiments because it's to work them back into a rhythm, and that's what they should have done. And they rushed him back a little early, I believe.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Now they don't pay for it because they making a huge mistake. And the mistake that they made was the fact that they put all their eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
They said, this is the year. So now if James Harden is out this year, you know damn well y'all probably ain't gonna have James next season. James probably gonna do someplace else.
I look like boy, what's his name? Aldridge, LaMarcus Aldridge.
What about him?
A heart condition.
LaMarcus is done, man.
Yeah, he done. He had a heart attack. He out.
He's retired.
He's retired.
Yeah, he's retired.
He gone.
But the thing is that Austin Rivers got picked up by Denver. They took him off a 10-day contract because they trying to replace Murray, and they feel they need some more scoring and some better point guard. So they picked him up. Then today, the Pelicans, man, they were arguing in the locker room after the game with the Nets because everybody knows this is a game they blew too. This game. The night against the Nets, they had it. They was like, dog, you ain't no Kevin Durant, you couldn't win this game here. This game was, I'm like, God, they didn't play any defense. They don't like Stan Van Gundy. I understand. I know what it is. He tell you exactly how he feels to your face. He don't matter nothing.
Yeah, like this has always been his issue. He does not know how to manage personalities. This has always been his issue. That's why he's never excelled as a coach.
You know, we don't know
better as a GM.
And that's always been his problem. He been to Dwight Howard, you know that's in Orlando. You know
that awkward interview.
No, that too, and plus is like Stan Van Gundy problem has been he doesn't know how to rotate well, and then he doesn't know how to judge his personnel. Now, as far as getting personnel, Stan is very good at that. He could bring the right guys in, and then sometimes he stays too long with some of his lineup. He doesn't know how to, he doesn't know how to switch out right, and that's what killed us in the championship game against the Lakers.
Kino, what up, bro?
Jameer back too fast. He brought Jameer back. He should have let Jameer sit on the bench. He tried to start him, and it was like, why are you starting this guy? He ain't played for 4 months. So he's a bad coach, man. He should have never got that job. He's not the right coach for them young guys, man. He's terrible.
Yeah, the Clippers and Blazers was a good game, but I knew what was going to happen in that game. I took Portland in the points, so I knew the game was going to be close.
Oh yeah, say everybody say make sure when you say a prayer for Joe Cool, Dad. He having surgery tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he told me to tell everybody that. He's nervous right now. Send a prayer out to him if you have a chance.
Yeah, most definitely.
Good looking age.
Yeah.
No problem, man. He told me to tell everybody, man, he's nervous, and we just want everybody to know, he hopes he gets out of everything. So, just want everybody to pray.
Yeah. The Heavenly Father's got him covered, man. Most
Yeah.
Yeah. Straight up. But what else what we saying on?
What y'all think about that verdict, though, man?
We got this
we just talked about that on my channel.
What about it?
We were calling bull crap. I called it bull crap.
I called it BS anyway.
Like Joe Biden said, well, this is going to change racial inequality, and the black person in me was like, what the hell is that talking about?
Like, you put the money for the crowd, you fool.
Look, bro. There's nothing to talk about with this little crap going on. It's not going to change damn thing whatsoever, all right?
No, then you do that. If you didn't handle the 5 cops, if you didn't handle the other cop that shot Dante Wright, that mistaken a thing for a taser or whatever, then you got to
girl who just got shot in Columbus, Ohio,
with the 2 races in Georgia.
Yep.
They getting thrown under the jail too. Don't want the Ahmaud Arbery situation.
It ain't nothing but a scam, man.
Columbus the body cam footage of the teenage girl that got hit with holding the knife. All right, they took her out.
You talk about the one from today.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
just
I'm
happened.
like, that just came out today. They still on their thing. Ain't nothing
That's right.
at all.
I mean, dude, it's not
Like you don't know how to wrestle a little 15-year-old girl down to the ground. You really need to get a gun with your punk ass.
Like, no, I ain't finna wrestle nobody with no knife, but you don't do that.
try to take it out their hands to wrestle somebody.
I ain't finna wrestle nobody. They little 15, somebody strong, they been eating vitamins. You be like, hey.
I've seen worse. I've seen worse on the news. I've seen a Muslim lady chase down a cop with an axe. Okay, so I've seen worse. Like,
Wow.
That's when I would have been in the courtroom because I'd have been like, you emptied the whole every round
I
I
would pull my gun. You would vision no damn axe.
They met me with an axe. I said, drop it. You did drop it. I went up and down.
That's funny.
You don't think that was too much? I don't think it was enough, Jan.
Chasing you with an axe, dog. You gotta make a business decision.
Come at me with an axe. Oh, that means she's trying to come. That means she's really trying to come for me.
That was a clear
yeah, I remember that story. I think that was like 2014 or 15.
if it was going to be
Right.
Dang, man.
So now next season, what would the Brooklyn Nets look like?
I think they're gonna I think DeAndre and them gonna be gone, man. And they're gonna probably go get a legitimate big man in the middle, and they're gonna get some depth to help them out through the season. Because they got rid of the guys. They shouldn't. I still feel like they should have kept that team, man. That team they have. You had Allen in the middle. You had Torian Prince who could guard the perimeter. You had Dinwiddie before he got hurt. He could be the extra guy, but him and Kyrie will bump heads. But you still would have had Karis LeVert. LeVert was coming into his own, man. I mean, I just thought they got rid of that team too fast. They should have kept them together. And then you had Claxton. He was hurt. He was going to come back off injury. Would have been
Andy, but careless LeVert had to go. That's LB guy. Careless LeVert had to go.
Right. But I would have kept
LeVert. Not no careless. Let's respect them for LeVert's name.
Oh, man, you ain't care. I told you, bro, that's not his nickname. His nickname is Casanova LeVert. Come on, man. That's his nickname.
Just coolin'. We are coolin'.
Casanova.
Man,
I
that
mean,
dude was gonna shoot you out of the game. That's all he was gonna do.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
He did it the other night with the Pacers.
Yeah, he did. He cost me money.
I just saw that game.
Yeah, he cost me money. I was like, look at this. Careless damn LeVert and just he coming back want to get famous and get hot.
Somebody.
Damn ball to Malcolm Brogdon, damn it. All you had to do was manage the game. Lose it to
somebody should have walked up to him.
That was a damn ridiculous game.
Somebody should have walked up to him and said, "Dog, you not Kobe."
You're
careless LeVert. You're careless LeVert.
I'm like, dog, this is if you keep shooting, they're gonna keep getting the rebound and go down and score. They're like, this is easy. They were up the gun, and the game that came down to 1 point.
Terrible.
I'm like, I won every game except for that one, and I was mad as hell.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, man. They need to go get them
the right name. James Harden. I'll make that trade tomorrow if I'm getting James.
Well, yeah, you had to make it, man. I mean, Harden. That's a once in a lifetime talent.
I mean, they ain't really about like they just seized the opportunity to see because they saw something better. Like,
right.
They saw it with Philadelphia 76. They wanted to ban the Buck Simmons over James Harden, over getting James Harden. So it's like, okay,
Kangaroo
free agents, so we might as well take him.
Well, like I was saying,
I still got my champagne ready though.
They're not gonna be able to play no 82 games no more. Klay
I still-
Thompson, all these guys that are not going to be able to play them in teams like that.
I still got my champagne ready for the Nets, though. I still got it
You
ready.
really think it's just? You think this championship is just
It
signed,
depends.
sealed,
They
delivered?
trying to limp their way to the
I'm afraid it'll be. I don't know.
I still
LB.
think
I'm
they're gonna
afraid.
limp their way to the finals.
LB, I'm afraid.
But see,
I'm not afraid at
I
all.
was saying this early in the year. I just felt like this year was going to be a fill out process, and I just felt the next year they would be better because dog, that Achilles injury, like it takes a whole year, and then you got to worry about other injuries because you've been overcompensating on that leg. So I just knew KD wasn't going to be all the way right for the whole year.
Right, man. I was like, man, he holding up so far, but then next thing you know,
Yeah,
since he's been back, it's been two other injuries. You know what I'm saying? He get back over. Then next thing you know, it's some with the leg, everything with the leg.
yep.
And now it's like, man, he took a shot to the thigh. Now he out. Took a shot to the leg, gone again. You know what I'm saying? Like, man.
Yeah, and ultimately, man, I think, like HD said, they should have kept the team that they came into the league with. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they were building a good roster. You know what I mean? Of course, they had Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving and James Harden ultimately, man, but they lost their rim protector Jared Allen. They lost Taurean Prince, you know, and really, to be honest with you, those are how championship teams are really built. You have teams that have stayed around for like, you know, for about a good 5 or 6 years to build chemistry to the point where they know each other's roles. They've accepted their roles. You know, and if you noticed, the past championship teams like the Chicago Bulls teams, the Boston Celtics teams, they stayed around for like about a good 5 or 6 years to the point where they know how to play with each other. You know what I mean? It's no fill out process.
The last thing that's
I would have thought
the
I would have thought the Nets learned from their last mistake when they brought all them old niggas to that team, and then they had to rebuild.
Pierce.
Hey, they
talking about with Paul,
Yeah, with Joe Johnson,
Kevin Garnett now.
Yeah,
Had a killing on that boy.
I didn't like that team was trash.
When they brought Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce and all them, they were trying to build the team. They
were trying to like rebuild and stuff.
What up?
Yeah,
What up?
it ain't work.
What up?
Like that wasn't touching the 2013-14 Nets. Like,
they made it to the playoffs wanting to do.
What happened when they
I
got
forgot what round they got eliminated.
What I missed, man? What I missed? What I missed?
Harden out, and the Pelicans all fought each other because they all light skinned, but Zion.
That should have had the damn
They all saw it.
Right.
Hey, y'all like them Zion shoes?
Hell to the no, man. No.
I saw them shoes. I said, damn, but he put up 33 in them damn shoes.
Hey,
I didn't see him.
Don't get hurt.
It got even worse once you showed them little freaking sherbet ice cream looking Zion shoes, man. I'm like,
Hey, but you know what they look
my
like?
God.
You know what they look like? I'm gonna tell you what they look like. They look like the Dwayne Wade on Lay Knee shoes.
Man, them
No, they don't. No.
You know LB was gonna have
You know LB gonna be mad, dog.
You know LB was gonna check that, dog.
No Wade sneakers was trash. Like, no Wade sneakers was trash, dog.
Or the Lee Nix.
Yeah, the Ling Yang. I didn't really like Wade sneakers when he was young.
My thing is,
Yeah, those were trash too. I didn't like them.
what they think about Steph Curry. Like, I'm like, I get sick of that every week. 1 week, oh man, Steph will be MVP. The next week, man, I'll be like, man, look, make up your mind on what you think about Steph Curry and stick with it.
Wardell and all them, man, these little fake on ESPN and Undisputed talking about
I mean, dog, that's the media, though. The media always do that. They always have a favorite this week. Yeah, they change up because now they finally giving Joker some love. They weren't giving Joker any love.
No, because they
For
know
real.
he's gonna get MVP.
Because he's white.
Because he's
Because he's
Hey man,
white.
the Joker been balling too, bro.
Yeah, he have been balling. He have been balling. He have been balling. But
the white boy been balling.
yeah. I can't lie. But he's white.
Right. You're right.
And Joel Embiid, I'm like, dog, he's responsible for about like 90% of the offense.
Man, he is the offense.
He is the offense. What you mean?
He is the set.
He is the team.
He's the HINC.
He is the
Tobias been
system.
stepping up. Tobias
He's the HINC.
It damn sure ain't Ben Simmons. I know that.
Tobias been stepping up, man. Ben Simmons
It's not Kangaroo Jack.
Yo,
Nah,
HD, y'all mad that y'all lost Tobias?
The HINC.
The Orlando, when y'all had him, you mad that they
Hell
lost?
no, he was soft.
No.
Hell no, I don't miss his butt. He's soft, just like the other one.
Fournier.
He's not a number one, dog. See, you gotta understand him and Vucevic and Gordon. They're good pieces. They're not number ones. They're like 2 or 3 options or 4th option.
That Orlando man.
That's true.
They're not the main guy.
Right.
I feel like the NBA don't build number ones no more. The NBA don't build number ones no more.
No, they're not franchise players.
They're not franchise players. They're role players.
No, I'm saying like, you know, they come in with good potential, but I feel like the way the league set up, they don't build them into number one players no more. Like,
oh no, there's no more of this talent development crap.
yeah, that's a fact.
They used to have the development league and all that. Now it's just the G League. It just
G League, yeah, he's on.
Because Tobias is what, like 6'9", triple threat?
And Miami, he got the best G League because they in Arizona.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, but they not happy with Tyler Hero right now. No, they getting real upset with him. So he might be on the move next year.
Yeah.
They out there. They also out there with HD and El Paso.
Yep, I saw Heat the other day.
I believe it.
Yep.
Yeah, they're trying to make a big play next year and bring somebody over there. Pat Riley, he's trying to make us bring in a superstar in the free agency in the draft that's coming up this year. He's trying to make a splash. And I'm like, the person he's trying to get, I'm like, wait a minute though. you got Jimmy Butler. What position you gonna move Jimmy to?
And you got Bam too. You got Bam. Bam been playing.
They're gonna probably move Tyler Hero.
No, they are. They're going to move him, dog. They don't like his attitude. He got a big attitude, like where he think he's doing this, but he's been struggling all year since the bubble.
Yeah.
Tyler Hero and White Dragon. And they're gonna probably get rid of White Dragon too.
I wouldn't be shocked if Tyler Hero becomes a Laker, though.
I won't be
They already got Kyle Kuzma, so I'm like, well, because they already
didn't they have the same girl?
Yeah, they did.
Same girl.
Yeah, the chick that was messing with Kyle left her, and then Tyler started messing with her. I forgot her name. She alright.
Oh, they already sister wives.
I ain't seen this all with her.
I forgot her name. Let me look up her name.
Yeah, look at it. Hey, you see Lil Wayne done he not married that one chick? What he didn't marry that one chick or proposed to her or something?
Yeah, he got the big body, baby. He had to get them big girls. Big girls.
Damn right, I don't blame him.
Oh man, you got one of the BBWs
Australian.
Shit. I told y'all about him. LB didn't give him one.
George,
No,
what's up?
Yeah, man.
LB.
I like mine women. Hey, I like my
Oh,
women going
hell
to the
no.
gym. I like them in Gold's Gym or the
I told you
Equinox.
they got the best. You know what?
Okay.
No.
It'll be like them
See, we
bodybuilding
live
girls,
right now. I
man.
can't say what I really want to say, but they got the best. You know what?
I like my chicks thick curves.
Don't say
Nah,
PG,
LB like them hoes that got parentheses through their legs. That's what LB like. That'll go straight through the damn leg.
And
That's
you
what
like
LB
them
like.
guys? What do you mean?
LB like them Ethiopian hoes.
Man, you like them chicks. You like them chicks that's built like the Thunder Force, man.
You know, I got-
Y'all gotta chill out, bro.
He ain't
No,
gonna
you
end
know I'm
up.
just messing with you, LB.
No, I already need a punchline. You like Lizzo. That's the punchline, dog.
LB be trying to feed them hoes through
Yo,
tubes and
Lizzo was
shit.
just trying to get
That's
that
the
Chris Evans,
punchline.
dog.
Watch Lil Wayne now. Wayne gonna be like 300 pounds. He gonna be like, dang, what happened to Wayne? Wayne gonna be
Yo,
happy.
Wayne, how you
Nah,
gonna
man. Come on.
Listen, in real life,
Lizzo
how
was
many
in Chris
times?
Evans' DM.
Don't see Wayne with that
Listen,
body.
Wayne gonna be fat.
Hey,
He's already
how many
bald.
times in real life do you see a big old woman with a little old dude and shit? You know what I'm saying?
I will say, you do
Hey,
see
them
it a lot,
Jamaicans,
but
Jamaicans love him, man.
Them be the
Jamaicans,
that ain't true either. I'm Jamaican. What?
Yeah,
No, hold
yeah,
on.
good.
man.
What do you mean?
400 pounds.
I'm Jamaican. Let's not put no. We're not making
No,
that up.
see now with you, LB. See now like the poor hoes too.
No,
He called them buffaloes. Yeah, he called them buffaloes.
Hell no.
See, I was calling them
I
buffaloes.
ain't
You
never seen a
a buffalo? I looked at that video. You got me dying laughing on that video.
It's
I
nice.
ain't never seen a Jamaican with a big woman like that. You do see that, but not all the time. Like no.
Yeah, see, I like the poor hoes too, LB. Don't feel bad, LB.
Dog, I don't want no
You like the poor hoes too.
dog. I don't want no Respucia. I'm not
Yeah,
into
but
Respucia.
Cino don't let him talk to him any
Cino
old way.
like a
LB
pole.
like
Don't need
LB like
HD.
when them chicks talk dirty to him.
Don't need HD.
Right.
What? What's
See,
up?
like them poor hoes
I
too.
like
Don't
that.
need
What's the
HD.
problem?
You like the what? I couldn't hear
He
you.
like them poor hoes too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he called them hoes buffaloes.
Shutting it down.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
That's my ex. God damn it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he out there on the beach just trying to show me what the hell I'm missing.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, man. All right. I see
But
what
that
you're
was
doing,
a while ago.
Oh, yeah.
We evolved since then. We evolved since then.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Evolve. Ain't nothing wrong with evolving.
But I
As long as you
know
don't feed no hoes with no tubes, you all right.
chance.
Yeah,
hilarious.
That is hilarious.
That look like Jenny. That don't look nothing like Jenny. No.
What have you been watching, yo?
What have you been watching, bro?
See, you try to start something that ain't really there, bro. You know, you gotta stop it. You wilding out, dog.
He tried to cat for the instigation.
Yeah, trying to instigate and everything. Like,
I feel him though. I feel him.
I don't feel him because that don't look like Jenny.
No,
that look like Jen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're hilarious.
You know what I'm talking about? Pull that up with him.
Put it in the private chat. Put it in the private chat.
Hilarious.
Okay,
Put it in the private chat.
I found it.
LB went through the Instagram. He been going through the gram.
I just Googled. I was already following her. I didn't realize I followed her already. Like, okay.
Oh, see, look at that. See, here we go.
I just Googled it. It was like Tyler Hero's girlfriend. She popped up.
Oh, wait a
Hey,
minute.
hey, what I say? She don't like them pixie stick snow bunnies.
Thanks, my boy. Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
the link right there. That's what the link is.
I got it.
Oh,
As long-
I know
if
her.
you can see her collarbone, then that's something wrong. If you can see her collarbone.
Yeah, she was with Kyle Kuzma at one point.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, she
Casino,
always.
man.
Yeah, she stays. She's one of the. She belongs to the league.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Hey,
because
Casino.
Kyle's with what's the name, that supermodel chick, the one with the skin, the skin thing.
shit.
Yeah,
What's her
man.
name? I forgot her
You
name.
know, most of the league, they're attracted to them whores. You know what I mean? It's all good.
Mm-hmm. The little horse. They attracted to the horse.
Hey, Casino, man, when you get your crib right, man, make sure when you have the hoes, though, make sure you have plenty of grapes, man.
Man, he dumb as hell, yo.
Yeah, man, you gotta entertain your fans, man. Make sure we see the grapes, damn it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought about.
Pull that Paul Pierce, man.
I don't know why I thought about Charlie Murphy.
Yeah, that'll be the perfect time to pull Paul Pierce.
Pull the Paul Pierce, man.
Now y'all got me watching this shit. Man, she kind of thick as hell.
She is though.
Yeah.
She is fun.
Yeah.
Doing her little
Yeah, she can get
Yeah.
Oh, man, she's out here auditioning. Tyler Hero, like, I'm from Milwaukee. I'm finna get it in.
Tyler Hero, that's why he was cheating and playing like the way he was playing in the finals.
Yeah,
like,
man, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go ahead and get a couple nice powerful thrusts in, you know.
Kuzma's still in the best position in the NBA, though.
Hey, I got a question. Who is the king of Mr. Steal Your Girl, man? Who's the king and who's the god of Mr. Steal Your Girl?
Derek Fisher.
Right now, I say James Harden and Klay Thompson was up there.
Yo. Derek Fisher was knocking down every New York Knicks player's chip.
I remember he put Kyrie girl after they won the chip. That was funny.
Yeah.
James Harden don't steal women. He just gets them and then he dumps them and then moves on to another one.
Man, you forgot about Devin Booker. Y'all forgot about Mr. Booker.
But he ain't Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Got caught slipping
That was just one incident.
with a chick. And he
That's fact. That's fact. Nah, D Nix and Delonte steal your mama. He don't steal your mama. He steal your mama. That's Delonte West steal your mama.
pulling up like Melvin in this bit.
Yo, that was confirmed. That was confirmed.
Like Melvin up in this
What do you
bit.
mean that was confirmed? That was a thing. Yeah, that was real.
That's why LeBron left.
Mr. Steal Your Mama.
Partly.
Man. And she gonna be fixing them collard greens, macaroni and cheese, salads, everything. She gonna have cornbread.
I'm gotta have a life.
Bump your couch.
For your new stepdaddy.
She gonna have you saying bump your couch. Bump your couch.
Nah, they gonna be tearing up the couch.
Remember that one dude that got drafted this year in the NBA? I forgot his name. He said that Delonte West is LeBron's daddy. He said that on Twitter. I forgot who said that in the draft.
Probably out the league now.
Nah, he in the league. No, he in the league right now. I just
I'm in the G League.
In the league, okay. Yeah, G League, yeah. Got a G in the NBA.
You know that bum ain't that bum gonna make sure he ain't in the league. You know that.
I don't remember who it was.
Can't deal with him. Can't coach him. Can't do it.
Oh, wait a minute. What was THT?
The words of Mike Singletary. I live by that.
Can't deal with
No. I'm trying to remember. It was either a rookie or THT that said that.
Oh, THT.
Was it THT?
Man, I'm trying to figure out who is THT, man.
Tim Horton.
Taylor Horton Tucker.
I called him Tim Horton.
Okay.
His mom is bad.
He looked like
this is
your
Quinn Cook's
granddad
mom.
who went to go play some basketball,
He
dog.
said, well,
Yeah,
I remember
feel like that.
old, and then he only 20. You like,
Right.
damn, you 20? I thought you were 27.
Oh, man.
I thought he was 47.
Uh,
That's what he looked like.
Dog, that's how. What's his name was? What's his name? Alton from Phoenix. He only 20, dog. He like 20, 21, 22.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, nigga, I thought he was 35.
so pretty basically, he look like a Greg. He look like a Greg Oden.
Always looked on.
Hey, you know,
Greg Oden always.
that's LeBron brother.
Man, Greg Oden looked like he was getting Social Security, dog, since he was 5 years old.
Yeah,
Dog,
bro.
that's LeBron brother.
They are a part of the same species, bro. Like,
They do look alike.
No, that's his daddy. His daddy was out his daddy. That's what I'm saying. He was from Ohio too.
Yeah, man. They
got the same daddy.
They're both part Tyrannosaurus. Yeah, you know.
This kid was out there to get in.
So are you saying? So are you saying in that biogenics lab? They 3M children.
Real quick,
They
you said
3M
they have
children.
the same father.
They damn
3M children.
Probably just like it.
So that means they are brothers then. Yeah,
I believe it.
same thing.
Gary girl, he got the same body and everything. You remember I
I
showed
believe
you
it.
the
I
LeBron.
believe it. You know they say everybody got a twin. I believe it.
Well, LeBron been out here for years. LeBron won't even acknowledge him.
I didn't know you had a brother until you did that video.
Yeah. I saw that video. I was like, damn, they look alike, boy. They daddy spit both of them out.
For real.
Damn, look what I'm getting sent. My goddamn phone now. This is because of you, LB.
Hold on, show it again. Hold on.
LB sent it. LB sent it your way.
I ain't do anything. What I do?
So it's your fault.
Move that.
It's his fault. I'm trying to tell you. He always messing
Man,
up
he
there.
went to his Explorer page. Stop the cat.
Yo, this really.
Oh my goodness, let the patience loose out here, man. Oh my gosh.
He said, "Let the business loose out here." Boy, that's some old school joint.
Watch out there now.
Watch out now.
Loose, baby.
Go have my dog having a heart attack.
Watch out now.
Hey, you gonna have my dog in like house party 3 when the stripper came out the cake. My dog over here like this. You gonna have my dog having his heart.
Man, that was my part in House Party 3 when the dude was like, man, that's a nigga from the jail. Yeah, he nigga made me proud.
They used to call you jawbone.
I'm hungry.
I mean, God, he was so wild. My man was
from
Man,
jail,
this
man.
ex-con made me
Now
proud.
I gotta cut you.
Oh, that was funny.
You talking about the dude that was eating like a savage?
I
He was
want you
eating
out of
food
my
like a savage.
goddamn house now. I love the puppy cat. Your little
Oh, you niggas out.
ain't that
Ow.
crazy old
Ow.
pow. And now bust the cap in your ass and one for my daughter.
That should have been the whole movie, that dinner scene. That dinner scene was hilarious, dog.
That was the funniest scene. That
That was.
the kid and the girlfriend was like trying to like hold it in
That was
Right.
Felicia.
from laughing.
That was Felicia
Man,
providing.
that was
that move, man,
that
this
part.
is shit we used to have in the basement. Remember my boy crib? Remember in the
Yeah.
basement? Yeah, that's her. She went to ATL now. She done got a sucker. She went to ATL and got a sucker. I'm like, she tried to charge me $1,000 one time. I'm like, $1,000?
$1,000? Oh,
Take them 3 zeros I will give her that. Take them 3
Yeah,
zeros.
I'm asking for $20. Like that, just give it to her. I'm like, what kind of dudes you be dealing with? I don't give a damn. I ain't giving this $20.
She didn't even know all that. She didn't even stop it.
Right, and she is the worst ever.
You know, like you got your body done in the basement. Stop it.
I got the
She the worst in the sack. She don't move nothing.
$dollar bill, y'all.
She just like lay there. She don't even know what she's doing. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, bro. They can't even do nothing.
That's a fresh door